everybody, today we're going to make Salisbury steak with the mushroom gravy. The link to pouchfriendly.com will be on the side where the recipe will be posted. Let us know what you think, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Our ingredients for the Salisbury steak with mushroom gravy are plain breadcrumbs, a package of onion soup mix, olive oil spray, Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, basil, an egg, cornstarch, beef consomme, fresh sliced mushrooms, a pound of lean ground beef, and a half of a medium onion finely diced. I have a 1/4 cup of cornstarch in the bottom of this bowl, the envelope of the onion soup mix, it's a little clumpy, so I'm going to break it up a little bit with the whisk before I add the liquid. That looks pretty good. I'm going to add the can of beef consomme. Alright, just whisk this together, get it all combined, get all the cornstarch off the bottom. Okay, we're going to let this sit. This is going to be the base for our gravy. We're going to let this sit while we get the patties put together and form. In this bowl we have a pound of lean ground sirloin. I believe it was 97% lean, so 3% fat. A beaten egg. Half of a medium onion finely diced. Half a cup of plain breadcrumbs. About 4 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Try saying that 4 times fast. You know, whatever, close enough. About a teaspoon of the basil. Some salt. Don't need too much salt because the beef consomme is salt. And I'm going to mix it up as much as I can to start with forks, just so that the heat of my hand doesn't start breaking down the meat, because that makes the patties a little tough. Okay, now the meat is all mixed together. Now I'm going to start forming the patties. You want oval patties like a traditional Salisbury steak. Just keep working it. Try not to work it too much, but work them into ovals. Make them a little thin because they're going to plump up some when you cook them. You don't want to have to cook them very long because they'll just get tougher that way. And let me show you. I have my cutting board lined with saran wrap that I'm putting the Salisbury steaks on there for 2 reasons. A, it'll help me with cleanup, and then B, in case they kind of get stuck, I can lift up the plastic wrap instead of trying to dig at the patties to get them off of the platter. Add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to the gravy base, and just a little bit of the basil, just to have the green flecks going through it. My pan's been heating up for just a little while, a couple minutes. Spray it with some olive oil cooking spray. Since these patties are so lean, they don't give off much fat, so you really do need some kind of spray down in the bottom. And I'm going to use my spatula to remove them off of the cutting board. Put them down in the pan. I'm only going to get 4 in this pan. I don't want to try to get any more than that in there because it'll break up and take too long for them to cook. So I'll let these cook for probably about 3 or 4 minutes per side. and I'll add the other ones and cook those too. And then I'll show you how to do the gravy. These have been cooking for about 3 minutes on this side. Just wanted you to see what it looked like when I flipped it over. A little bit of brown on it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip all the rest of them and let them cook. The patties are cooked. I have a couple, maybe a tablespoon or so of olive oil down the bottom of the pan that I let get warm. Right now my pan is on 4 for my cooktop, but you know, it may vary for yours. So I'm going to add, let's just do them all. AJ likes mushrooms. I used to hate them, but now they're something that I'll tolerate since I've had the surgery. Okay. Just going to try to spread those out as much as I can in one layer. And let them brown up. The mushrooms have been cooking for about 5-7 minutes maybe. If you don't want them to brown, you don't have to do that. If you want them to brown more, brown less, you know, you're cooking it. Do what you want to do. Alright. So the gravy mixture that we made and reserved earlier, put another little whisk, and you can see the onions have rehydrated. And put that down in there. Now with the cornstarch we put in there, that's going to thicken. And because we use beef consomme and the onion soup mix, we can take a little liberty and add some water if we need to. So I'm going to get some water ready in this bowl. Before I start adding water, I just want to see what this is going to look like. We made 6 patties, so I want enough gravy to go around. You know, with us weight loss surgery patients, the more moist the food is, the easier it goes down. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. That's probably about half a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup at the most. Okay, and here are the patties that we cooked and I just set on the side in a plate. I'm going to carefully slide those back in. Remember, it's hot and your patties are tender. You don't want them to fall apart, so do it very carefully. And then gently work them down into the gravy. My stove is still on like 4, so it's a nice slow even temp. Just going to work them down in there a little bit so that they could get coated with the gravy and you know, get warm again. Okay, I'm going to cover this and let those warm through for just a couple minutes. Alright, I've let that simmer for a couple minutes. I did knock the heat back down to about 1 on my stove so that the gravy didn't get too thick or start to stick to the bottom. And they're all the way heated through. So you would serve this with, you know, whatever side you want. If you indulge, you can have mashed potatoes. You can serve it with mashed potatoes or noodles to your family. Even rice if that's your choice. So give it a try. Let us know what you think. I hope you enjoy it.